Hey, Urban Ops. Hey, so quick video. It's not gonna be that long. It's just an explanation of a recent modification I did with my truck. So something that was brought up to my attention, actually, plan on doing previously. It was to provide some extra support to my transfer case skid because, as you guys remember, and I'll show you a couple of images. My transfer case skid was just attached from the cross member, and I just made it in a way in order so it can just prevent something from making contact directly with the transfer case. So it was kind of floppy. I never had any issues, and it used to move with the trail, so I was completely fine. But I was like, hey, you know what, let me something that I didn't like about that process is that there was a gap of about 1 inch in between the skid and the transfer case itself. So that's 1 extra inch that I'd rather, have it a little higher up, gain that clearance, and making sure it was gonna be a solid, transfer of weight per se. But anyways, so the other day, I got into the mindset, I was clearing out the garage and I had some extra tubes and stuff. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let me put it to work. And I found a bunch of 8th grade bolts and nuts and all that stuff. So it's like, okay, so I'm gonna do something about this. There was one time as well when I completed my double transfer case setup that there was one guy in the forum that told me, hey, you know what? Now that you have extension and now it's a little longer, why don't you make a support for it? So I was like, okay. So yeah, gears started turning, and then I was like, you know what, I'll do it later. But now we got to the later. And this is what I came up with. With that being said, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and on to the next one. Alrighty. So the project started by first welding 3/16 plate into the C-frame. So as you can tell, this is the C-frame. It's very common that in the Tacomas, only the front portion where the engine sit is going to be boxed, and the rest is going to be an open C-frame. So what I did is, first things first, measure between here and here, and did about, I believe it was like 6 inches wide. Yeah, 6 inches wide. And I went ahead and welded to the frame. So here and there. So first things first, I did this one. Same thing on the other side. I did that one. Now, first things, then after that, I needed to measure in between this plate and this plate. So I had my original size. Then, obviously, if you think about just going straight from here to the other side, well, guess what? Your exhaust is going to be in the way. Now, I have a tube bender, as you can see in my other videos, but that tube bender right now is in a box because I cannot actually attach it to the ground no more because I'm renting. So therefore, I don't have access to it. But I was like, that was the main reason why I was like, no, I don't want to do that because, again, I was always thinking of doing something like this. But anyways, this one, it was one of the mock-up bends that I used to have for when I did my sliders, right? But anyways, I found it. So I was like, okay, so then I'm going to put it to work because, as you can tell, now I can go around it. I never wanted to go under because under means less ground clearance. And, well, when you're in the rocks, you're trying to get all the clearance that you want and that you can. But anyways, so first things first, now that I have the full measurement, I fused them into one. Now, if I had the bender, I can go and do one piece with the bent over there and get it connected to the other side with no issues, right? But I just wanted to go ahead and use what I had, and I don't care. I can do a version 2.0 of this later on. But anyways, after that, so yeah, I did this plates 3/16 welded to the tube, which is 1/8 wall. Yeah, 1/8 wall, HREW. And then, in order so I can get it attached from here to here. So at the beginning, I was like, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and weld it to here. But I was like, okay, if I weld it to here, then it's gonna become a kind of like a pain in the ass to get it removed, because as you can tell, this one goes all the way to the cross member, right? And attached to those 1 and 2 spots. So I was like, no. This needs to be modular. So what I did, bolt and bolt on the sides. So if I want, I can go ahead and remove the transfer case skid and service the fluid of the transfer case. Or if I need to remove the transfer case, I can go ahead and remove the new cross member, and now I'm gonna be able to remove it all the way out. But yeah, so as you can tell, this is the simple design that I came up with. I'm using A-grade hardware, 1/2 inch. Same thing here, and as you can tell, I have really good clearance in there of about like 1/2 inch in between those bolts. And in the next video, you're gonna see how there's no deflection. But yeah, with that being said, that was my design, and I'm pretty happy. By doing this, before this used to be hanging just a little bit, right? But now that it's attached to this one, I was able to bring it up about 1.5 inches with a better angle of attack if you see it from the side, which is here. All right, so as you can tell, this is the bottom portion of the frame, and as you can tell, it just protrudes a little bit, but again, nothing's in the way. Another thing that I wanted to mention is, there's different companies that provide, cross member, transfer case, skid plates, blah, blah, blah. Bro, they're too bulky. I've never been a fan. Plus, you guys know, I did every single one of my skids, my sliders, and everything. So, yeah, I was never a fan of the idea. Too heavy, too bulky, and tend to cut up and everything. And as you can tell, my clearance when it comes to the sides is way better. The models that usually are on the market require for you to have an extra cross member that tends to go down. So in reality, if you have an extra cross member that goes down to offer the support, it's more stuff that can get cut up. For me, I don't care if I bang up on the exhaust. As you can tell, it's taking a beating. I don't care, my cross member, as you know, if you see the other video, I made this ramp, so they've been working fantastic. I don't care about the exhaust. Actually, I'm going to be doing something with that, and that's going to be a video for in the future. But as you can tell, yeah, the other modules, you have to bolt to the bottom of the frame. So there's more bolts now here, protruding and catching up on stuff. As you can tell, I don't give a crap about this. And there's nothing over there. There's nothing here. I just care of taking care of and protecting my transfer case, which is the one that if it breaks, it becomes a real issue. Okay, and this is a quick clip with a bunch of weight on it. I don't see it deflecting really. Obviously I got too much travel. So right now it's maxed out. I didn't put the extension. Again, I don't, it's not common for me to just drop all the weight of the truck, but as you can tell, like, it's pretty much up here. Good travel numbers, as you can tell, it's drooped side to side. And as you can tell, I'm using just the cross member as a jacking point. So for me, again, I'm a slow speeder. And yeah, I still have too much trouble to go. Same thing in the front. Well, front are about to separate, but again, I maxed that to jack. So yeah, I think we're just fine. Yep. Yeah, as you can tell, I still have some to go here in the rear. But yeah, them Chevy 63s, 14 shocks allow for that kind of stuff. In the front, it's about to separate from the ground. But yeah, when are you in reality gonna be putting all the weight of the truck in just one spot? I don't think it's ever going to happen. If you do that, that means that you're at the top of the mountain, the toppest, the highest rock, and by some reason, all the weight is just sitting on your transfer case skid. So yeah, this is not a real scenario. But anyways, yep, you can take the beating. So anyways, that was it. Just a quick, simple, putting some of the scrap metal to use in order so I can provide some extra support. And, I feel now a little bit more confident that, before I was having that plate just flapping and, unnecessary. Now it's fully supported. I have more clearance, and as well, I have an extra cross member that goes across and therefore is able to provide a little bit of extra support to the whole structure when I'm taking a beating on the rocks. But with that being said, thank you very much for your likes, subscribes. Let me know if you have any questions, doubts, concerns. And I'm more than happy to share my measurements. But remember, every single Tacoma is going to be a little different. So just be mindful of that. And, take into consideration if this is something that you're trying to mimic. With that being said, thank you.